Hi everybody, it's Claire from Art Journal Love with another project for Grafix Arts. So in this project I've used quite a few graphics supplies. I've used the Grafix chipboard, the Frisket film, which is a matte film, a double tack film as well, and a shrink film in white, so lots of things to have a play with. You can also head over to the grafixarts.com website where you can find lots more inspiration from other talented artists. Here's a little peek at what I created, a lovely decoration for my art studio, and here's a glimpse at what the products look like. So that's the chipboard, we've got the Frisket film and the double tack, which comes with that kind of packaging on it as well, and also the shrink film, which is going to appear, there we go, in white. This comes in lots of different colours, it's great fun to play with. So as you can see, I've drawn some rainbow shapes onto the chipboard, and I'm going to use my scissors to cut those out. It's quite thick, but it is possible to cut it out. It's not too difficult. If you struggle with that, then you could always use a craft knife. That would work just as well. So I've got all those ready. I'm now going to use a piece of the Grafix double tack. So just peeling back one of the protective sheets on there, I'm going to add my rainbow arc shapes onto the film. Is brilliant because it's double-sided, sticky on both sides, so for doing a project like this it's perfect. It means you don't have to get your glue out, you don't have to get super messy and gluey, and for me, I just love the fact that it is so quick and easy. There are so many things that you can do with this product, and if, like I said earlier, if you go over to the Grafix website, you can see lots of other ways that other artists have used this double tack. So I flipped it over. Before I flipped it over, I reapplied the sheet so that the sticky bits didn't stick to my desk. Peeled off the other side, and now I'm going in with lots of pieces of collage paper. So these are from a book called A Dreamy Canvas by Paper Whimsy Creations. These are lovely, bright, colourful pages, double-sided. So for a project like this, it's perfect. I am just tearing because I really like that kind of torn look of edges, and I'm just collaging these pieces on to the rainbows. So if I was using gel medium for this, I would at this point be getting really messy. This is so tidy and there's no mess. There's no sticky fingers, so nice and quick and easy. So I'm just collaging over all the bits of chipboard that I can see peeping through, and when I get it to a point where I'm happy, I'm then going to cut these out. So here they are ready, cut out, nice and easy. It wasn't difficult at all, and I'm just then patching in a few bits where I've got little gaps missing, or there are little flappy bits, but I don't even mind the little flappy bits, they're quite nice too. So now I'm going to work on the reverse side, and you can see I haven't gessoed these, and I'm just going straight in with paint. It accepts the paint really, really well, nice and easy, and I am just going in with some rainbow colours just to add a different media to the other side of these rainbows. I'm using Dina Wakley paints for these. These are a heavy body acrylic, so they do paint really nice, and the colours are very opaque, so perfect for this job. So once I've got all my colours on, I'm then going to move on to the next part. So now I'm going to use the Grafix Frisket film, which is perfect for masking. One of my favourite techniques. It's something that I use quite a lot, and this film is just going to mean that you can create your own custom masks to use in your designs, but you could also you know, stencil through and draw through a stencil, cut it out and create your own mask using that too. So once I've put my dots on that I've cut out, just really simple circle shapes, I've popped them on. You can see this is a low tack film that comes off really easily. It doesn't lift any of the paint off. So here, once I've got those bits of Frisket film on, I'm just adding some black paint over the top just so that I can create that masked look. So next I'm using a Posca pen. This is a PC 1M. a nice fine tip, and I'm just doing a couple of sketchy lines around some of those circles. No, in fact, all of the circles. This is something I love to do. It just kind of pulls that little image forwards a bit. And of course, we're adding another detail to the rainbows. So then I'm going to grab a stamp. This is a text stamp. It's from Natalie May Scrapbooking. And I'm just going to dip it in some Posca pen paint and stamp it onto the rainbows as well. Then of course going in with a nice neon pink Posca just to add a little bit of a contrast and some more mark making. Going around the edges using some black archival ink. This is something that's quite nice to do. Then I'm grabbing the shrink film and I've drawn round a cookie cutter. I'm going to write a little quote on here, and I'm going to have some bits dangling off the bottoms of the rainbows, and those are going to be lots of little clouds. So this white shrink film is perfect for that. So I'm just freehand drawing some cloud shapes on here. These are all going to obviously shrink and be a little bit smaller. So when the thing is complete, it should all hang really nicely together. Adding a little bit of stamping as well. I've added the black line on the reverse side, and then on the back of the quote I'm going to use some paint pens. These are Art by Marlene paint pens, and just add some colour onto the back of there. Of course, in a rainbow vibe, it's got to be, hasn't it, to go with this project. Next, I'm using the crocodile to add some holes before I shrink the shrink film, because it can shatter if you try to add the holes after. And I'm using my heat tool to shrink them, although of course you can do this in the oven as well. Next, I'm using the crocodile to add the holes, because this is all going to be hanging up as a decoration. And then here I've fastened 2 pieces of driftwood together using some sari ribbon, and fastened all the pieces on, and here we have the finished project. So lovely dangling rainbows with different media on both sides, and then the little pieces of shrink film underneath hanging down those little clouds. And you could add so many more clouds onto this, different sizes, bigger ones as well. It would work really nicely. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this project using lots of graphics products. I think there's 4 in total. It's been a fun one to create. It is hanging in my art studio. Yeah, I hope you found some inspiration, and don't forget you can head to the grafixarts.com website for more inspiration, and I hope to see you again soon.